Before I show you what winters used to look like, answer this. When's the last time snowbanks were taller than you? If you're over 50, you don't need to answer. You already know. The winters that built this country have vanished. I'm talking about cold that froze your nostrils shut the second you stepped outside, snow that buried cars overnight, your dad digging tunnels just to reach the street. And here's what's wild. School never closed. You walked through it anyway, past snowbanks so high you couldn't see over them, in boots with metal clasps that always froze shut. This wasn't a disaster. This was January. This was what being Canadian meant. If you lived through it, these memories are burned into you. So let me take you back. Picture this. January 1972. Winnipeg. You wake up before dawn, and the first thing you notice is the silence. That thick, muffled quiet that only comes when snow has fallen all night. You look at your bedroom window. You can't see through it. Not because of curtains, but because frost has turned the glass into white feathers and ferns. The frost is on the inside of the window. Your mother's already up, standing at the wood stove in 2 sweaters, waiting for the kettle. The kitchen is the only warm room because if the fire dies, the pipes freeze. Your father sets his alarm for 2 a.m. every night just to add more wood. The radio crackles, another 30 centimeters by noon. Wind chills near 40 below. Schools remain open. You dress in layers beside that stove. Long underwear that itches, regular pants, snow pants over those, 2 sweaters, your parka with the fur-lined hood that smells like wet wool and wood smoke, a scarf wrapped around your face until only your eyes show. Mittens, not gloves, because mittens keep your fingers warmer. By the time you're ready, you can barely move your arms. Then you step outside, and the cold attacks you. It steals your breath, stings your eyes. Within seconds, the moisture in your nostrils freezes into tiny crystals. You breathe through the scarf, but it doesn't help. The air burns going down your throat. Your eyes start watering, and the tears freeze on your eyelashes. The snowbank at the end of your driveway is taller than your father. He's been shoveling since 5:30 a.m. He's only halfway done. Every shovelful gets thrown over his shoulder because there's nowhere else to put it. Icicles hang from his mustache. You don't complain, you just start walking. And what you're about to walk through, kids today wouldn't believe it. The walk to school is 1.5 miles through a neighborhood you barely recognize, street signs buried, cars along the curb looking like white lumps, so covered you can't tell a Chevrolet from a Ford. The snowplow carved a narrow canyon through the snow. The walls on either side are 6 feet high, sometimes higher. You walk single file with other kids, following the path someone broke earlier that morning. Your boots crunch with every step. The snow is so cold it squeaks. Your breath freezes on your scarf, building up until there's a stiff plate of ice across your mouth. You don't take it off. You just keep walking. But here's what made it bearable. You weren't alone. Every kid in your neighborhood was doing the exact same thing. The Henderson twins waiting at Elm Street, the Lavoie kids joining at the next block. By the time you hit Main Street, there'd be 15 of you, a little army of puffy coats marching through the snow. If someone's scarf came loose, you'd stop and help them tie it. If someone fell through a drift up to their waist, you'd pull them out, laughing. This was community in its purest form, not because anyone told you to help each other, because that's just what you did. That's what Canadians did. At school, the cloakroom is chaos. 40 kids peeling off frozen layers, snow falling from boots and coats onto the soaked floor. The radiators are covered with mittens and scarves, all dripping and steaming. The smell hits you. Wet wool, rubber boots, that sour sweet smell of kids bundled up too long. Your classroom is overheated, radiators clanging and hissing. The windows fog up within minutes. Someone draws a face in the condensation. You stare out at the white world beyond and think about how lucky you are to be inside. But not for long, because at recess, they send you back out. Fresh air, the teachers say, as if breathing 35 below air is somehow good for you. But honestly, You don't mind. You and your friends have been building a fort in the snowbank at the edge of the schoolyard for 3 weeks. A proper fort, walls, tunnels, a little room in the middle where you can sit and plot snowball campaigns. And here's something modern kids will never understand. That fort was yours. You built it with frozen fingers and aching backs. You packed the snow until the walls were solid as ice. You defended it. You improved it every single day. It wasn't a video game. It wasn't virtual. It was real. And when spring came and it melted, you felt actual loss. The snowball fight starts. Someone gets hit in the face and runs off. The teachers blow the whistle. Everyone scatters. Back inside, your fingers are numb. You hold them against the radiator until feeling comes back in a painful rush of pins and needles. Your cheeks are bright red, almost purple, but you're alive, you're warm. You survived another recess. And then the bell rings, and you do it all over again walking home. The sun is already low, even though it's only 3:30. The temperature is dropping fast. The snow squeaks louder now. The street lamps start to flicker on, casting orange circles on the snow. You can see your breath in thick white clouds. Your eyelashes have frost on them again. You pass the corner store. Mr. Dubois is out front shoveling his walk for the 3rd time today. He waves. You wave back. The smell of wood smoke hangs in the air, coming from every chimney on every house. It's the smell of winter, the smell of home. When you finally reach your house, you can see smoke rising from your chimney. The windows glow warm yellow. You push through the door, and the heat hits you like a wave. Your glasses fog up instantly, but you can smell everything. Your mother is at the stove, and the kitchen smells like heaven. Beef stew with carrots and potatoes simmering for hours. Fresh bread cooling on the counter. That smell alone is enough to make you forget the cold. Your father comes in behind you, stamping snow off his boots. He's been shoveling again, the driveway, the walk, around the oil tank. He'll have to shovel again tomorrow morning, and the morning after that, probably every morning until March. But nobody complains. This is just winter. This is just Canada. Your mother ladles stew into bowls. Your father slices the bread. Steam rises from everything. You sit at the kitchen table, still in your socks, your toes thawing out painfully. Nobody talks much. You're all too hungry. The stew is thick and rich and perfect. The bread is soft inside, crusty outside. After dinner, you head to the living room where the second wood stove is. Your father feeds it logs, adjusts the damper just right. Your mother brings out the heavy quilts that smell like cedar. Before bed, she'll fill the hot water bottle and slip it between your sheets so your feet won't freeze when you climb in. There's no Netflix, no YouTube, no scrolling. 3 channels on TV, and they all sign off at midnight with the national anthem, and then nothing but static. So you play cards, or read, or just sit there together in the warmth of that wood stove and listen to the wind howling outside, shaking the windows, piling more snow against the house. And here's the thing people today don't understand. You felt safe, despite the cold, despite the snow, despite the fact that the nearest hospital was 30 miles away on barely passable roads. You felt completely safe because everyone around you had lived through this before. Your parents, your grandparents, your neighbors. This was normal. This was life. Winter came every year, and every year you survived it. But here's what nobody talks about. Those winters didn't just test you. They shaped you. They taught you resilience without anyone ever using that word. They taught you that comfort isn't a right. It's something you earn. They taught you that when your neighbor's car won't start at 40 below, you help. When the power goes out, you check on the elderly couple down the street. When the roads close, you share what you have. Those winters taught you that nature doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care about your comfort. A blizzard doesn't check your calendar, so you learn to adapt. You learn to prepare. You learn to respect the power of cold and snow and wind. And then something happened. Those winters started to disappear. The snow came later. November used to be winter. By the 1990s, November was just cold rain. The cold wasn't as deep. A week of -30 used to be normal. Now it makes the news. By the time kids born in the 1990s were growing up, a winter that would have been completely normal in 1972 was now called a crisis. Schools closed for snow days, 10 centimeters, and the buses stopped running. Cities ran out of salt, highways shut down, people forgot how to drive in it, forgot how to dress for it. Now, when you tell younger people about walking to school in 40 below through snowbanks taller than a man, they look at you like you're making it up, like you're one of those old-timers who walked uphill both ways. They smile and nod, but you can see it in their eyes. They don't believe you. But you're not exaggerating. You're just remembering what winter used to be in this country. The Canada that existed before everyone had 2 cars and heated garages, before schools closed at the first dusting, before winter became something to complain about instead of something to endure. You're remembering when winter wasn't something to avoid, but something to move through, together, as Canadians. When everyone understood that we're all in this together because we have to be. Because if we're not, people suffer. Those winters are gone now. And with them, something essential about who we were disappeared too. That toughness, that quiet pride, that understanding that you don't control the weather, you just deal with it. That knowledge that your neighbor might need help tomorrow, and you'll need their help next week. And that's just how it works. If you live through those winters, you carry them with you. In the way you still dress warmer than you need to because you remember what real cold feels like. In the way you check on neighbors during storms because you remember when that mattered. In the way you never quite trust the weatherman. In the way you keep extra blankets in the car. In the way you know how to build a fire. In the way you keep the pantry stocked. Those winters made you Canadian in a way that's impossible to explain to someone who never felt that kind of cold, who never walked through that kind of snow, who never understood that winter wasn't something that happened to you, it was something you lived through, together.